When Jesus was transfigured on Mount Tabor, he showed his closest friends a glimpse of his true glory. Yet, not long after, those same friends stood beside him in his deepest suffering in the Garden of Gethsemane. What was the point of these contrasting experiences? Stay tuned to hear a powerful reflection on this mystery. Welcome to Following Padre Pio. Whether you're a returning viewer or new to our channel, we're thrilled to have you here. Padre Pio, a Capuchin friar and miracle worker, continues to inspire and intercede for souls today. Discover how his legacy can touch your life and the lives of your loved ones. Let's begin this spiritual journey together. Be sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Now let's dive into today's story. Today is the feast of the Transfiguration of our Lord Jesus Christ. A mysterious and glorious moment in the Gospel when, for a brief time, the veil was lifted and 3 chosen apostles saw Christ as he truly is, radiant in majesty. To honor this feast, I want to share with you a powerful reflection by Professor Plinio Corrêa de Oliveira. It's not just a meditation. It's also a piece of spiritual advice, and it offers a perspective that might just deepen how you see this feast day. So listen to this. Everyone here is familiar with the episode narrated in the Gospel. Our Lord climbs Mount Tabor with 3 of his disciples, and at a certain moment he manifests himself in all his glory, with Moses on one side and Elijah on the other. The disciples are enraptured by his glory and express their desire to remain there. Little by little, this external, visible glory fades. The disciples begin to see things more or less as they were before the Transfiguration, and afterward everything returns to normal. Painters who usually portray the Transfiguration often depict Jesus with a very peaceful and serene expression, with the apostles gazing at him in admiration. It is true that our Lord is surrounded by great glory, and he indeed radiates peace, serenity, and kindness. This was certainly present in the transfigured Christ's appearance, and this way of representing him is by no means false. But our Lord, in the infinite richness of his holiness and his person, contained all virtues in their highest degree simultaneously. The most sublime perfection, combined with his affability, carried also such majesty and superiority that no human concept could compare. And it is precisely because legitimate superiority inspires at once respect, affection, and fear, that is, the fear of the Lord. Because of all these reasons together, our Lord also revealed in that moment a face of sublimity, kingly nobility, power, seriousness, gravity, and strength that left those who witnessed it astonished and trembling in fear. I wish there were painters capable of portraying this aspect of the Transfiguration of our Lord as well, so that the idea of a Jesus Christ who did nothing but smile benevolently throughout his life might be corrected. We must understand that his benevolent acts are adorable and wondrous and should fill the soul, but only if we also recognize that they necessarily imply their opposites, since the fullness of holiness lies in the perfect balance of extreme and contrasting virtues. I don't believe there's a painter talented enough to capture both aspects of the Transfiguration simultaneously. It would require a mind and a talent of unimaginable depth. So let each be painted separately, so that both aspects appear and can be contemplated. Then we would have a true vision of what this sublime episode was. One more observation. The disciples whom our Lord took with him to Mount Tabor were the same ones he called closest to him in the Garden of Gethsemane. Precisely because those who most intimately witnessed his glory should also most intimately partake in his sorrow. They needed to have the deepest faith in his divinity at the very moment when it appeared to be most denied, through the humiliations he would undergo. And this brings a timely reflection. How many times have I seen truly marvelous things that Our Lady works in our apostolate, which fills hearts with joy. Sometimes I feel like saying to certain people, "My dear friend, you are so joyful, rejoice even more." But I ask, as a counterbalance, for the grace to be faithful in the hour of sorrow. Because a time may come when all these glories seem erased. A time may come when humiliations fall upon us. A time may come when all hope seems trampled. And in the darkest hours, remember the brightest ones, so that you can trust in tomorrow. This is a reflection most fitting for the feast of the Transfiguration of our Lord Jesus Christ. And with that, the professor concludes. Now, this reflection is indeed profound. It reminds us to cling to the joy God gives us even when the road grows dark. But while preparing for this video, something struck me. Those apostles who saw Christ's glory on Mount Tabor knew exactly what he was capable of. When the soldiers came to arrest Jesus, they had seen firsthand how one flash of his divinity could send armies trembling to their knees. Yet he chose not to summon that power. Instead, he surrendered, not because he was weak, but because he wanted to. He truly gave himself freely, and those apostles knew that best. Maybe that's the deeper reason why he showed them his glory, so that later they would understand no one took his life from him. He laid it down himself. So on this feast of the Transfiguration, let's ask for the grace to see Christ as he truly is, not just a gentle Redeemer, but also the glorious King. Let's carry the memory of his light into every dark valley, and may we, like him, accept the will of the Father even when it leads to suffering. Wishing you all a blessed and holy feast of the Transfiguration. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share to help spread Padre Pio's message. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you never miss our latest uploads. Want to deepen your connection with Padre Pio? Consider becoming a protected child of Padre Pio, a special way to grow spiritually and be part of our prayerful community. You'll find a link to the join page in the description below. Check out the recommended videos on the end screen or the links in the description for more inspiring content, including our Padre Pio Thoughts for the Day playlist. May Our Lady and Padre Pio bless you, and we'll see you in the next video.